Welcome back to the ideal OneChunkMan. I'm SourceChunk, back after a bit of a break. Now, you may not notice that if you are watching these sequentially after the fact, but anyone watching in real time will have surely seen the 3-month gap there is between episode 9 and this episode. Apologies for that. Let's get into why there's been a break and what's going to happen now that I'm back. So, where have I been for the past 3 months? Well, right after the release of episode 9 on YouTube, I started getting really into doing Barbarian Assault. Um, now, the reason I got into it is because I had a couple of friends in the chunk community that had to go there for their chunk tests and had to do a bunch of runs to get some of the equipment there, and as well as some of the stuff you can get from high gambles. So it's more than just getting the fighter torso that you might think you'd have to get. Obviously, on a chunk account, you need to do more than that. So I spent a lot of time in the next 2 to 3 weeks with Frozen and Logan, especially Frozen. It was a lot of fun doing that, and I got really into doing the defender role. Got really into wanting to be good at it, and it ended up culminating in me trying out for one of the leech clans that people pay services to basically run them through fighter torsos and whatnot. Now, I don't have any stance on whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it was kind of a test for me to see if I was good enough to actually make one of those teams, and I did. I passed, and I'm now in one of those clans, but yeah, I haven't really made any use of that since then. But it was kind of an accomplished thing for me, and I made it, so I feel good about that. And I haven't touched Barbarian Assault since, basically. I kind of reached my goal, and yeah, that was it. Well, and then after that, I've been working a lot on the Chunk Picker website. Now, if you didn't know, I'm the same person that creates all of the updates for the Chunk Pick website, and I've been doing a lot in the last couple of months. So a lot of updates have been released to account for a lot of things, being able to lock your Slayer level behind task, being able to predict how high a chance of clue scrolls you can complete based on your chunks. And then the big update was adding every single quest and diary task to the game and tracking it alongside your chunks. So there's been a lot of progress on that front with all those features, as well as tons of little things that I've been working on. That's been a lot of the time, to be honest. It's hard to train agility or whatever you need to do on your chunk account when you have to spend a lot of time coding, but it was definitely worth it. I'm very happy with where the website is now. If you have a chunk account and you don't use the website or you don't use some of these features, please feel free to check them out. I'll be covering them in my series, of course. That's part of the series, is covering kind of the unused features of the website. So I'll definitely be showing that off in this episode and in future episodes, so definitely pay attention. This will be on the test. But now that we've covered the mid-series break and what's happened there, let's get back into Runescape and talk about what happened last episode, what we've done since then, and what we'll do afterwards. So if you don't quite remember what happened last episode, we had decided that we were going to unlock agility because we were in Berthorpe and needed to get over north around into the Fremenic province and therefore into Kandrin. However, we needed agility to cross the barriers there. That was the only way across. So we unlocked agility, as well as unlocking a bunch of agility courses like the Agility Pyramid and the Shazian agility courses, and we trained up until 70 agility, and that's where we stopped. Now, the goal that we need to get to still is 88 agility, as well as 80 thieving and a couple other side things, but the main one was 88 agility. We had gotten an agility potion that we'll be able to boost 3 levels with, so that meant 85 agility. So we still had 15 levels to go, and it was all going to have to be on the Pawn of Niche course. Alright, so we're going to get started on doing the Pawn of Niche course. Basically right on 70 right now. This is my first lap of it. I don't mind this course, to be honest. It's not too bad. I think there's 2 places you can fail here right at the beginning, which is nice because I hate courses that make you fail at the end. Like the Agility Pyramid or I think the Canvas course you can fail right at the end too. But this one, you fail at the beginning, it's not too bad. The only downside is that we're going to have to be doing this past where I want to do it. It's not going to be terrible, like I was saying last video, a difference of maybe 5k XP per hour compared to the correct course at 80 Relica, but yeah, I will be back once I get some milestone levels or whatever happens, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Alright, we've been running this course for a couple days now, and oh, okay, one more obstacle I think, and we'll be getting level 75 agility. There we go. 75. So, yeah, been running it for a couple days now. It's not too bad. It's a bit slower than I would have liked. I don't know, maybe I'm just a little burnt out on agility. Got some marks of grace though. It's going pretty well. I don't really fail too often. I don't run out of run energy, so it's kind of just fine all the way. I don't know. I'll probably be back at 80 agility. I'm not too excited about these updates, but I'll try to chug through it. Alright, well, as we're finishing this lap, it should be 80 agility. I have been chugging away at this for quite a few days now. I think it's been over a week since 75 agility. But there's 80. Definitely getting a bit burnt out on agility here. But I guess that's what happens when you do this much in a short time span, and I do not really like agility. It's kind of necessary, but, you know, that's how it is. I think I'll take a break now. We'll go do some thieving. I got the rogues outfit last episode, so should be fine to just go and do it. 1384 laps, by the way. I think we'll get up to 3,000 by the time we're done here. But yeah, I may as well, with the marks of grace that I have, go and buy the rest of graceful outfit. So we'll go ahead and do that. Then I'll be back here, and we can get started on doing the rest of the thieving grind. Alright, it's been a while since I've been out of the desert, so this is a nice change of scenery. But we'll talk to Grace here, and I'm missing basically the main pieces, so the top, the legs, and the boots. Very nice to have. Still got plenty of marks left over, but having this full graceful is very nice. I'm not sure if we'll ever recolor it. I mean, I feel like I should, just from a standpoint of it looking cool, but also it's a bit of a waste. But who knows? That is a decision for future us to make. But yeah, either way, I'm not gonna be wearing it right now. We're gonna be wearing the rogue outfit. So let me grab that out of the bank, and then we'll get started on thieving. All right. Well, blackjack has been going fine, I guess. The XP is fast. 70 thieving already. I stopped at 65 before as a refresher. 65 was the requirement for the chunk to get the ability to blackjack these Menophyte thugs. But these 5 levels have been super quick. I mean, they hurt my fingers. It's a lot of clicking, but you know, it's not too bad. I'll just have to power through it. But yeah, be back at 75 probably. Alright, there's 75 thieving. 5 more levels to go. Alright, and this will be 80 thieving right there. Very nice. Happy to be done, I'll say that much. This has definitely been painful. I've been delaying this for a while now. Taking a bit of a break, but yeah, with 80 thieving we can go and complete the requirement for this chunk, which is to do the shortcut in the rogue's den. So we'll get right to doing that real quick, and then yeah, I guess back to agility, but you know, it's gotta be done. Alright, good to be back here at the rogue's den. This minigame's kind of fun. I don't know. It's real dumb, but it's a fun concept for a minigame, and it's a piece of content that people barely use besides going here for the outfit, and you never ever have 80 thieving by the time you get the outfit, so the amount of people that do this shortcut are definitely very few. But yeah, let's see how far I can get without looking at a guide or having plugins. I don't think it's gonna go well, but we'll see. Maybe I'll get there. Okay, attempt number 2, this time with plugins. Last time did not go well. So yeah, I'll fast forward, and once we get to the shortcut, I'll show you how it works. Alright, so not too far into the maze. This is actually right where we messed up last time. Could have just ran through. Oh well. Usually we go to the northwest here, but we can go to the east through the 80 thieving door. And this section here is new to me. I've never been in this part of it before. But then I think once we come out here, we will be in an area that is familiar. Not this yet, but I think up here this should be, yeah, okay, so continue north. This plugin's very helpful, I'll give him that. And yeah, this is quite close to the end, so we'll finish running to the end and grab the reward if we can get one. But yeah, this is definitely the requirement done. 80 thieving to open that door is complete. And of course, I didn't even fail. I actually got the crate out of all things too. Well, I don't have any use for duplicate rogues pieces, so not sure I'm gonna do this crate. But yeah, that's that done. Yeah, back to agility I go. Alright, so I figured while I'm out of the desert, I may as well grab some supplies to do stuff. So I got some yew longbows from my fletching days that I've pulled together and strung, and I've got some iron plate bodies, and I'm just gonna alch them while I'm going here. I know it's like, if I'm burnt out on agility, why am I making it harder for myself by also alching and having to pay more attention? Well, I'm hoping that there's some motivation to get the money and get the magic XP more than there is the agility levels or XP or anything like that, and hopefully that'll push me on. But yeah, it's gonna make me a bunch of money here, give me some magic XP, so we'll be back once I'm done alching these. Alright, nice. I just finished alching them, and I have 6.1 mil. Very nice increase of, I don't know, like 2 mil or something. I don't remember what I started with. You expect me to remember that? I've also timed this very well because, oh, never mind. Well, we're nearly 81 agility. We'll get it at the start of this next lap probably. But, yeah, so 4 more levels to go. How hard could 4 levels be? Surely not anything that takes too long, but well, it's been a while since I got 70 agility, I'll say that much, so we will see how long it takes me to get these next 4 levels. Okay, so I was just running the course, and I just got the pet. Was not expecting this. 81 agility. Like, this was not long after the last clip. Wow, okay. I was not expecting that at all. Yeah, cool. So this is our first pet, I think, I want to say. I don't think we have any other pets. I can't remember, to be honest. But yeah, this is awesome. Definitely not deserved, but also not ridiculously easy or anything. Let me check the pets while we're here. Yeah, okay, this is my first one. I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember. I was like, did we get the other one? Did we get like the woodcutting pet or something? But no. First one. Very cool. Okay, and I'm a bit more motivated now to actually go and grind out 85 agility now that I've got the pet. So we'll keep that behind us as we're going. Give us motivation. I'll finish this for you guys. I'll do it. We'll be back at 85. Alright, it has been a long time coming. If we climb over the last obstacle here and hop onto the floor, that's going to be 85 agility. Yes, alright. This has been a while. You guys are going to be super disappointed in me. It's been a long time since the last video, months now, but I did finish it. We got there. We didn't even reach 3,000 laps like I thought we were going to get to, but 2,812 laps, not terrible. 333 marks of grace. I already showed you the money that I've gotten. Yeah. Let's go and do that shortcut now. Now remember, it's 88 agility, but we have the +3 potion, so we'll go over there. We'll walk all the way over to the dungeon in Karum. We'll climb through the shortcut, and we'll be done with this chunk. Alright, with my squirrel behind me, we're here in the dungeon. So you can see this part here is fine to walk around. It's just through this pipe is going to be bad. But yeah, so 88 agility to squeeze through the pipe. That's fine. We have the agility potion +3, and we climb right through. Okay, we do have a warning still because, like I said, the other side is going to be dangerous for us. But Like, we can get there and get back if we wanted to without taking damage if I click right away or if I teleport or whatever, but that's fine. We've done it now, so there's no going back. This is actually a really long cutscene here. See, I didn't take damage right away there, but as you can see, there's a lot of damage if I stay there, so we're definitely going to go back. Yeah, this is why we didn't require getting the drops in this dungeon. Not until we can use the boots, of course. It's definitely not viable, I don't think. I'd be... Not even like Bruce could outeat that, but yeah, okay, so that is done. That's the last skill requirement of this chunk. Now, I did say last clip that we'll have no more requirements. We can roll a new chunk, or pick a new chunk, I should say. However, that is not true because there have been a couple of things unearthed due to the time it's taken between last episode and this one. Let's get into that. So, luckily nothing too major, but you'll see that there are obviously quest tasks now, and diary tasks. Now, this is something that I mentioned earlier, stuff that I was working on in the time period in between the two, and so always have to check these off. We've done, obviously, these, agility and thieving, and there are quite a lot of these tasks, as you can see. Now, I won't make you sit through me checking all them off, but most of them are all stuff that we've done already, so I'll be right back when we have just the stuff left that is stuff that we have missed somehow. Alright, so I'm back after checking off all those tasks, and you can see we only have a couple left. So, as far as quests go, Below Ice Mountain is something that we should have started. Just didn't realize that we had the quest points for it, because you need, I think it's like 16 or 12 quest points or something. Either way, we have enough for it now, and we can do some of the steps of it. So we'll get to doing that in a minute. And then Lost Tribe is a bit of a weird one, so we have not completed Goblin Diplomacy. However, recently we've found out that you can start the Lost Tribe without doing Goblin Diplomacy first. You just need Goblin Diplomacy for later in the quest. So we can get up to obtaining the brooch, and then when we have to show the brooch to Reldo, we need to have Goblin Diplomacy then. And we can't even get to Reldo right now, so we'll need to start it and all that. And then as well, we have one diary task, which is to jump over the fence south of Vera, because now that we have agility, we can do that. So we're going to get to go doing that, and yeah, we'll be back if there's anything interesting. But otherwise, we'll get right to those quests and the task. Alright, so we'll head here and start the Lost Tribe. Almost had Lost City there. So you can see here on Lost Tribe, it says I have Goblin Diplomacy done, even though I don't. So I suppose it just looks for a part of it done. I don't really know how this works, but yeah, we should be able to just start it here. We have the levels for it now that we have agility and all that. That's what was missing, basically. So, yep, Lost Tribe started. Let's see how far we can get. Alright, so I have some candles here, and we're going down the trapdoor into the basement. We have already talked to everyone up to this point, but that's just in Lumbridge, so I didn't need to show you that. We can obviously access that. But yeah, we can go through the wall here now, which is very interesting. We can't get to the Goblin City yet, but we can go into the wall here now. Yeah, we don't need a tinner box for that, it's fine. So yeah, we're just gonna grab the brooch here. But now that I'm thinking about it, we can probably actually get into the Lumbridge Swamp Caves to the south of here. We'll come back for that in a minute, but that might actually unlock something. We will see. But this is as far as we can get. I think we'll just show this to Sigmund, and then we'll be done with this quest for now. So I'll be back to look at the Swamp Caves. Alright, so got my pickaxe in my inventory. We're going to head down to the Swamp Caves. We definitely can get in, and that does add a couple tasks for us. However, they are completely inconsequential because we've already passed them. So we have a task to fish a raw cave eel at 38 fishing, and we have plenty of fishing levels for that from our cooking grind, partially. And then we also have a task to kill a cave bug, which is a Slayer task at level 7, as well as a diary task for the Lumbridge Diary. So we're just gonna kill one right now real quick, and yeah, then that'll be, there we go, easy task done. So yeah, Let me go and fish, and then we'll be done with this cave. We can go back up and do some other stuff. Alright, there's the cave eel. Caught a couple slimy eels, but cave eel is what we needed, so we're all good to go. Alright, and on the way up to Varrock for Below Ice Mountain, we just gotta hop this fence real quick for the diary task. And now over here at the Below Ice Mountain quest point, so we need 16 quest points like I was saying. We have 19 now, so obviously we can go ahead and start it. This is just a mistake on my part, but it doesn't cost us too much. It didn't, we weren't able to finish the quest or anything, so yeah. But we'll go ahead and start it here, and then I think we can do like a couple steps of it, so I'll show you that real quick. Alright, so if I flex for this guy real quick, he will join the cause, so that is one of the 3 like side steps done. I think we can get partially through another one, so let's go get as far as we can with that. Alright, so we just learned how to make a steak sandwich, so there we go, steak sandwich made. Now we need to go and bring this to Edgeville, which we do not have unlocked for the next step, and we can't do the Rising Sun in step, so this is us done with this quest. And that means that finally we are all done with this chunk and we can pick a new one. Alright, as you can see, we have all the tasks done on the whole list, so I'm going to go ahead and complete those, and we are all good to go. Now, we can obviously walk through here, and the next chunk we're going to unlock obviously has to be this one right next to it here. Now, this does unlock the Slayer Cave there, but I'm not too worried about that. There is nothing in there that we're really able to kill, so that shouldn't give us any tasks. Now, something that I did find out as I was exploring this, because I just explored this chunk, is that there was a diary task that I had marked as doable here, where you have to burn an oak log after cutting it in the Fremenic province, and apparently this area right here does not count as part of the Fremenic province. Now you know, you have to walk across the chunk line, I think. So if there's nothing at all here, so that means we can literally just unlock the next chunk just to the west of it. And you'll see now I have it programmed so that this task shows up now. And yeah, let's go see if it works in this chunk, because if this chunk isn't Fremenic province, I don't know what is. Okay, well, so clearly this didn't work. I don't know why. It just seems like an oversight, honestly. This is clearly the Fremenic province, but I suppose we have to walk across the line here, and hopefully cutting this will give... Yep, there you go. Okay, so diary task stage 1. I knew we were missing it as soon as I cut the other one, but I just was in a bit of denial. But yeah, there we go. Easy task done. Definitely a learning experience. Not an important one, but yeah. So we'll just get prepped for the next chunk, and yeah, I think we're getting close to where we want to be for this episode. I'm very happy. Alright, well, glad that that worked. We can move that out of the way, and from there we'll go south across the log balance like I did at the end of the clip there, and now we're just working our way towards Sears Village, honestly. I'd like to be able to get to the Camelot Castle teleports so we don't have to walk all this way every single time. So that's basically the goal. But yeah, so we have Murder Mystery to go ahead and do most of. I think we can't finish it because we need the pub in Sears Village, so we'll start it in this chunk and then we'll finish it in the next one. Alright, so talking to Gossip here should be the last thing that I'm able to do. I'm asking him about the poison, and the poison salesman isn't until next chunk. So a little bit of a spoiler, but that's where we're going next. So let's go ahead and unlock that and see what else is there. Alright, well, those steps out of the way, obviously we can go ahead and complete that and then move right along to the next chunk. And in this chunk, we'll be able to complete the Murder Mystery quest, and we can start, and actually we should be able to complete where is it? Elemental Workshop, there we go. That should mark as completable, there we go. And we have a couple tasks to do, so let's go ahead and complete these 2 quests, do the tasks, and then hopefully we can move one more chunk over and get that teleport spot, and rest easy. Alright, we can just finish up the Murder Mystery quest right here, and it was Carol, of course. I knew it all along. No, but yeah, this is a good quest to get done. 3 quest points is a strong contender for an easy quest with lots of quest points. I mean, quests are not easy to come by on a chunk account, so definitely can't complain. We're gonna head down to Sears now. We'll do Elemental Workshop stuff, and yeah, we'll go from there. Alright, I started Elemental Workshop, but while I'm here, one of the tasks I need to do is to kill each of the 4 elementals in this dungeon. So while I'm killing this, I got the rock one already done, and I'll just go kill the other ones real quick. And then that should be an easy task all done. Nice and easy. Well, apparently, killing the normal elemental doesn't count. And if I had read the page slightly more than not at all, I would have seen that. It's on the wiki. But yeah, I had to kill one of these guys that's actually like standing up or whatever, so once I kill this guy, and he doesn't drop an elemental ore, I don't think, but yeah, that's the diary task done, so that's fine. Well, I'll finish up this quest real quick, and then we'll have another quest screen to look at, and then another task, and then I think we're done. Alright, so just use the bar on the workbench with the book in my inventory, and the crest is done. Crafting level, surprising actually. Didn't think I'd get that, but having the shield is nice. Only 1 quest point is less nice, but yeah. I think we have 1 or 2 more tasks to do, and then we're out of here. And I think the second quest, yeah, there we go. Elemental Workshop 2 isn't possible until we get down to the dig site, so no need to worry about that quite yet. Alright, and if we come in here and play the organ behind the altar, that'll be another task done. And I think that should be everything that we need for this chunk. Alright, well those are all done now. So we can complete those and finally move to our last chunk before, I guess the last chunk now that we have unlocked this teleport spot. And all we need to do for it is starting Merlin's Crystal, so I think that's definitely manageable. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and lock this chunk here. This is, like I was saying, it's very nice, because getting the Camelot teleport is something that's going to be super nice for us. I don't want to have to walk around the mountain every time I want to come and do something in Sears Village, so being able to teleport here is very nice. So we're just going to start Merlin's Crystal here. We can't get very far, but yeah, we're just going to start it and talk to King Arthur and another knight, I think, so easy enough. Now, while we're waiting for this, I want to talk about the future a little bit. So, there is a lot of things we can do now that we're on this side of the mountain. I didn't get a lot of suggestions last episode. I was hoping you guys would give me some because, honestly, I don't always know what to do. I had a couple suggestions for maybe trying to unlock fairy rings or trying to do something in the Fremennik area, like going for kingdom management or the Nada's Not Helm, and those are possible solutions, but they're a little difficult to get into with 85 smithing grinds for all of them. So let me tell you about another idea I had. Alright, now that we're over here, I'd love to be able to talk about some routing plans, because I mean, I can't go away for 3 months and then come back with an episode and not have some theory crafting in it, so let's get into some theory crafting. Now, I just spent the last 15 or 20 minutes trying to explain this on video, and I don't want to add 15 or 20 minutes to the end of this video, so I'm going to go through the plan that I just made in hopefully a bit shorter time than that, so that we don't have to sit through everything. Basically, what I've done is I've routed out a plan to get us in a lot of places in Kandrin. Now, you might be trying to think, well, what is he going for here? There's some stuff on Karamja. It's going all over the place through Ardoin up to the Trinam Stronghold. Now, if you may have guessed it, we're routing towards a Dragon Scimitar. That's the end goal here. There are a couple barriers in the way, and I want to talk about them, but these are all the chunks that I'll need, at minimum, to get a Dragon Scimitar. So coming down here and over across the top of Ardoin, and coming up here to the Grand Tree to start that quest, and Monkey Manus as well. Coming down through Ardoin to the Tree Gnome Village to do that quest, and West Ardoin for the same quest there. Same thing with Hazelmere here for the Grand Tree quest. Then coming to Karamja, for the shipyard here. That's the only thing we need for both Monkey Madness and one of the other gnome quests. And then obviously coming to Crash Island and Ape Atoll. Now, for all these things to work, there are requirements, of course. I've been hiding them, but we'll reveal them now. So, lots of levels. Let's talk about each of them individually. So, 85 combat to receive a Slayer assignment from Neve. That's not an issue. First of all, we are locked with Slayer right now, and therefore we have no way to actually get a Slayer task. We are not required to get 85 combat until we are able to get a Slayer task, and as soon as we can get a Slayer task, we have to get it from Neve. But second of all, that's not an issue because recently I've been training at Sand Crabs, and we are fine at 85 combat, so not an issue. Now, cooking a shark, that won't happen until the very end. There are shark spots on Ape Atoll itself. Let me scroll to Ape Atoll. I think they are these spots here. So that won't be an issue until like we're right at the very end, near the finish line. So something to think about, but cooking and fishing the shark is a thing we need to worry about. I'm thinking about possible routing options. Maybe unlocking Catherby is a better idea. We have to cook a shark there and fish a shark there as well, but it's a better place to train maybe, a more AFK place to train at least. I know Barbarian Village is probably better for fly fishing and cooking there, or maybe we go back to something else. I'm not sure. I'd love to hear some thoughts now that we have a lot more of the map unlocked. Maybe there's something I'm overlooking. Now the other big thing is the 70 mining and smithing for adamant. Now this would happen pretty early on, unfortunately. As soon as we unlock the tunnels underneath the Grand Tree and gain access to the mine down there, at the end of the quest, we'd have to get 70 mining to mine the adamant ore, and of course smithing it then. Now, that's not a big issue. It's something I knew it was going to have to come eventually, but it is something that I don't like doing. So maybe there's a better way to do all this out here. Now that we have Candor unlocked, I'm not sure. Again, would love to hear input on this. And then the 61 range to wield Runite bolts is not a big issue. The one thing that is weird is the Runite bolts are from the Gnome Restaurant, which I don't know if that's going to be a pain in the ass for me to get. But if it's not, there's not really an issue. Range training is fine. And then 82 thieving to get into the Yanel agility dungeon. Not a big issue. I'm 80 already. 2 levels is no big deal. So, skill tasks are talked about. Now, best in slot tasks, there will be some intermediate ones, potentially. Obviously, the Dragon Scimitar is the end goal. However, we have a couple things we need to get. Once we get to Yanel, that's basically our main source of all these best in slot tasks showing up. And that means that we're going to have that Mystic in the Wizard's Guild, as well as a Hunter's Crossbow from the shop there. And that triggers the third and final thing that is a big deal, and the fact that we're unlocking our first Hunter shop here. Unlocking Hunter shop means that we have less flexibility when it comes to maneuvering on the map, because if we unlock anything that we can train Hunter with, now we have the tools to actually do that. So we need to pay attention to that and see if it's worth it. We can route around the other way through Port Khazard. We don't actually need this chunk specifically, we just need to get through to Hazelmere. The issue with that, of course, is that Port Khazard has even higher fishing and cooking requirements. Is that worth it? Maybe, because Port Khazard is a great place for collecting stuff for glass blowing anyway, so maybe it's worth training extra fishing and cooking, since we already have to. Plus, we don't have to worry about Hunter Shop. I don't know. Again, would love some input on this. Please let me know how you're feeling about all of this. And yeah, the Adamant Square Shield is regardless. We have one of those already. No big deal. Now, the quest tasks, obviously this is all good stuff. We don't dislike any quests, so all these quests are great to have. Get some extra quest points, some extra XP, extra stuff on the belt. We can even start Dragon Slayer, which is quite cool. Can't be upset about that. So I'm not worried about any of these at all. And same thing with diary tasks, they're all easy tasks, so they're all super easy. So my only holdbacks, like I said, 3 things. Mining and smithing, fishing and cooking, and unlocking that Hunter shop. Let me know what you're thinking. Is this a good idea? Is this a bad idea? Should I go for it? Should I do an intermediate goal first? Let me know what you think. But now that that's all over, I think that's all we have time for this episode. I don't want to go too long, and I want to hear your feedback, so please leave a comment below. Is getting a Dragon Scimitar a good idea? Is the route a good idea? Do you have options, opinions, some theory crafting? Give it all to me in the comments or message me on Discord. Please, I'd love to hear it. Anyway, I think that's all we have time for, like I was saying. Before I leave, I have to thank my patrons. I don't know how, but I've gained more patrons since not making videos. So thank you so much, JLo, Chagahad, Hapri, David Gardner, MCFS, Logan, and Invalid Cards. Thank you all so much, especially the new ones among you. I really appreciate it. I know some of you support me for working on the Chunk Picker website, and some of you support me for the video, and some for both, but the video is the best way that I can appreciate you and praise you. So thank you so much for letting me do what I like doing. And please, if you'd like to support, like all of them, go to patreon.com/sourcechunk and support me there. But thank you so much for watching. Apologies for the long break. The next one will not be so long. The next episode will be out in a time that is not 3.5 months. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Have a good one.